Hey there folks, my name is Daizoren, and welcome to 9.03M. Now, this is going to be the beginning of a series that I want to do, which is basically trying to play every game I have in my Steam library. Kind of a sad start to it, but this game, I remember I downloaded it after I think Markiplier played it, and basically this whole game is a game that revolves around... Let's see here. It was made in memory of victims who lost their lives during the 2011 earthquake off the Pacific coast of Tohoku. So all the earnings go to children of the victims with this game. That's probably why I picked it up. And basically it's just a short first-person experience. And yeah, so I wanted to do this series where I started to go through my Steam library and play all the games that I hadn't yet made a video about, or that I haven't played, just alphabetically, A to Z, and obviously numbers start before letters, so this is the first one on the list. So let's go ahead and start this up and see what happens. It's been a while since I saw that video, so I honestly don't remember much about it. I'm guessing it's supposed to be like 9:03 p.m. I don't know what time it was supposed to be at. Find the butterflies. Alright. But yeah, so this is just basically, I guess the butterflies represent the memories, and I'm guessing we follow this trail to find the butterfly, I assume. But yeah, I mean, it's... I guess reading more about this, it's basically supposed to be like, you know, media obviously tries to focus on numbers rather than, you know, the people who were devastated by this. Press E. Move the mouse cursor to the edge of the screen to rotate the item. Find the clue and click it. There it is. Tetsuya Sato. So I'm guessing these were victims. It's really pretty. Obviously, I guess that's supposed to kind of symbolize, you know, them being free to an extent, I guess. And I'm guessing all these people are kind of just individuals who were caught in, you know, maybe on the beach when this happened, or when it happened. I'm guessing that's what I'm expecting, or assuming at least. I mean, there's not really a whole lot that can be said about the content of this, other than it's incredibly tragic. That, you know, we have to have these things happen, or that these things happen. Alright. Is that a ring? Oh, I saw it. There it is. Love, life, and happiness together. 25409. So was that person, I'm guessing they had recently been married 2 years beforehand? That's really sad, man. Like, cause yeah, I mean, it's right. You know, you hear this stuff, you hear this kind of news about, you know, something like that, and you know, we only ever, like here in America, for example, we only ever hear, like, you know, the numbers, the devastation to property, to families, but you never really experience kind of the personal connection, and that's, you know, unless you lost somebody yourself, you don't really, it doesn't really hit you that way. And I think, you know, even just this far into this, like, it already feels like I feel more of a connection to, you know, the people who obviously had to suffer through something like this. And I mean, obviously they must have found people who were willing to give some information about their family members. Whoa. Oh, were we pushing back the water? Is that the idea? I think that's the idea, is that we're pushing back the water. I don't know if I'm able to fall off the side here or not. Yes, okay. Oh, I just kind of float down. That's good. Seems like they had that, they were prepared for that. The game look like, even though it's kind of simple, I really like the art. Like, artistically, it looks very pretty. I like it. What's this? There you are. Someone's pocket watch. 2:55. Maybe was that the time that it hit? 2:55? I honestly don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the 2011 hurricane. I remember hearing about it on the news, but I've already stated, like, I don't. It wasn't a very personal thing. It was. I mean, yeah, it was a kind of, that sucks. That's really awful to hear. But I'm over here in America, and, you know, I don't. I mean, aside from actually, now that I think about it, because I've done this before. I believe it's the Red Cross has an international version that you can donate money to help people who are in devastation across the globe. And I know that I had donated to that when the terrorist attacks in Paris happened. So yeah, if you ever are wanting to donate money for an international cause, the International Red Cross, I think it's based out of France. I'm not sure, but there's an international version of the Red Cross that purposefully uses all the money that's donated to them in order to help people who are in international need. So it can go anywhere in the world. We are pushing the water back. And the last one looked like a toy, so I'm guessing it was probably a child or a younger person. And the music's very, like, it's very little music, but it's very pretty. Oh no. Oh, okay. I was like, why can't I click it? There's three butterflies, so an entire family. 2 parents and a child. That one hit a little hard. That one did. Guessing this might be the last one. Looks like it's a little kid. Anyway, yeah, so you can donate to that. I will see if I can find the link for the international. I'm pretty sure it's the Red Cross. I will double check on that, but I will leave a link for that in the description so that if you guys ever want to donate something to international causes to help people in need, you can do that. And if you can always that way you can always refer to this video and just go straight to the description. Teddy's missing an eye. Teddy. So the idea I'm getting from this is obviously, you get a couple of personal instances, and then it says, now think of those on a much grander scale. All of these people. They all had lives. They all had people that they loved. They all had people they cared for, people who cared for them. So every time you hear about these huge numbers of people dying, or you think of these mass devastations of any sort, it's sometimes it's hard to remember. Dedicated to the unique men, women, and children who lost their lives or are still missing as a result of the tsunami that devastated Japan on March 11th, 2011. But whenever you're given those numbers, sometimes it's hard to remember that all of those numbers represent people who had lives, who were just like us, just like you and me, and doing everything that we do. They had families, they had loved ones, and they were taken too soon. So that is 9.03M, the beginning of my Steam series, trying to go through all my games that are on Steam. A bit of a sad way to start the whole thing, but a very powerful message, and I think it's very important that I played this. I expected it to be emotional. I didn't expect it to hit so hard with just one of them. But yeah. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. You guys will make this channel happen, and I thank you very much for that. And I will catch you in the next video.